Now, the reason why many of you that are in religion still remain in religion today, going to church, practicing and believing religion, is because of these false teachings of fear, so-called hell and heaven, by your slave masters. The systems who brought to you religion to control you, who have also entitled this system, so-called pastor, apostle, prophet, bishop, your religious leaders, to keep you asleep and keep you trapped in fear against your own free will and freedom of life over the things that you deserve in this nation as a citizen, and to keep you asleep in the matrix. The reason why many of you are still in church today practicing religion is because of the fear of so-called hell and heaven, these false teachings of things that does not exist outside of you, with a belief that if you did not accept Jesus, you will go to hellfire, with a belief that there is a place so-called heaven in the sky, built with golden and diamond mansion, golden street, by Julius Berger. Yes, now Julius Berger na him go build am. And then with the belief of the Islamic religion, so-called, if you die, you will go to heaven. Allah will give you 7 virgins to marry. You see how foolish you people are. That is why they call you black monkeys, because they have succeeded by deceiving you, controlling your consciousness, keeping you asleep in fear over things that are not real, over things that does not exist, that is not real. They have succeeded by misaligning you from your destiny, your rights, the things you deserve as a citizen of this nation, your crude oil, your gold, your diamond, your fine stone, your natural gas, the things that you deserve, that will give you the better life that you wish. And then they gave you a system, so-called religion, where you will go and pray for miracle, with an entitled system, so-called pastor, that will pray for you for miracle job, miracle service. Akebulan, wake up. Stop behaving like a black monkey that your slave masters call you. You are still in the same system, worshipping the ancestor of your slave master, Zeus. They disguise into different identities, so-called Allah and Jesus. Systems that never existed. They suggested and indulge in your nation for you to find yourself outside of you. The kingdom of heaven is not outside of me and you, it's within me and you. The Holy Creator is internal in me and you, not outside of us. There is nothing like hellfire. Hellfire is a teaching of control in fear. Yes, to limit you, because they need something to hold you. They need a strategy to bind you into limitation, to control your consciousness, your mind, because they know that your mind is the power of your reality. Anything that takes hold of your mind, take hold of your reality, because your mind is everything. Don't underestimate the power of the mind. The mind is powerful. So they have to control your mind. That is why they orchestrated a system with false belief, false teachings, and then bring it to you, so-called hell and heaven, so that you become afraid finding a place outside of you, so-called heaven in the sky, because you don't want to go to hellfire, with this false belief that you must accept Jesus. Jesus is the way to heaven. Jesus is the way to eternity. Who is Jesus? Who is Allah? Something that does not exist. That is why this nation, Akebulan, is still a slave to the Roman empires, the Britain, the United States, the European nation, not a rising nation, because you are still worshipping your slave masters. Nigeria is a company, not a country. Yes, you are still a slave. Your politicians are staff, managers of this company. Why you entitled systems in religion, so-called imam, afa, pastor, apostle, prophet, bishop, they are supervisors. Why you citizens are laborers, slaves? Wake up. Stop believing nonsense in fear, so-called hellfire. There is nothing like hellfire anywhere. Stop being a fool. We have to settle this thing now in this generation, before our next generation come and go through the same nonsense. You all are in religion with fear. You don't want to go to hellfire. That is the control. That is the gospel, the spell they casted on you, the strategy they used against you to keep you limited, so-called hellfire. Who light up the fire? Can spirits be born into a fire? Can spirits behold on a fire? The kingdom of heaven is within, not outside. Control your mind. Your mind is your reality. Anything that takes hold of your mind, take control over your reality. You need to wake up and free your mind from this false belief, from this fear of control, keeping you trapped in your mind, limiting you in fear against your destiny. You are there looking for Jesus to give you miracle. Why they are taking your miracle every day, your gold, your diamond, your crude oil, your fine stone, your natural gas, giving you bad leaders to control you. Every day they need you for politics, they need you for election. They give you 3 derica of rice, tomato, and 5,000 to come and vote, and that is how you will waste your generation for 8 years. And then set systems called church. They set entertainment called social media to keep you out of yourself, to control your consciousness. Everything is a system to control you. Politics, religion, social media, betting company, all these things are systems to control your mind, to control you from your reality. And they are packing your future, your generation every day. You are dying a slave with a hope that you will go to church, they will give you miracle. Ask yourself this question: how many industries do you have in this nation? How many industrialization do you have in Nigeria? How many infrastructure do you have in this nation? How many company? Where would the job come from? After they have designed the system for you to be poor, and then they set systems, so-called church, for you to go and pray for miracle. Are you a fool with a false belief Jesus is the only way to heaven, while you are dying for something that does not exist, something that is not real? Wake up. This is the time for us to take back our destinies, our throne. If you know that you have not suffered enough, keep going to church. But if you have suffered enough, we need to rise with one voice, unite, and bring to an end religion. Religion is our problem. Yes, religion brought disunity with different God, different belief, different doctrines, different systems of hatred, wickedness, negative energy. Religion is a synagogue of demons, a synagogue of the devil, where you worship Satan disguised into light, so-called Allah and Jesus, deceiving you. Zeus, the ancestor of your slave masters. That is why you are still a slave, not a rising nation, because you worship the devil, your slave masters. Wake up. This is the time. Religion is our problem. Religion makes us to hate ourselves, kill ourselves, see ourselves as different people. We are all black men. We are not white men. We are Kebulan. We are not Africa. We need to rise with this one mind, one belief, in unity, in love, and remove religion. Religion is our problem. Religion brought tribalism. Religion brought different gods with different worship, so-called Allah and Jesus, different belief, hatred, disunity. You all see yourself that you are serving different God. The Holy Creator is not called God. The Holy Creator is the source. The Holy Creator is the creator of all creatures. Is the creator of God and lords. Gods are created. The Holy Creator existed of thy own self before time. Be awakened to this. Wake up. Religion is killing you every day. Religion is our problem. I'm telling you the truth. You see that thing called religion? That is where Satan is sitting, disguised into light, claiming holiness, destroying you in the secrets, in the dark, and you are there ignorantly, bowing your dominion, your throne to Zeus, the ancestor of your slave master. You are calling Jesus Allah, something that does not existed. They disguise into another perspective, into another suggested name with a claim to be the Messiah. The Messiah is not called Jesus. He never came to be worshipped. Wake up. He came to restore the throne of King David, our destinies. Yes, he never came for the whole world. He came for only a Kebulan, Canaan. That is who he came for. They call Israel on this age. Israel are black men, black women. We were never white. Israel is not white. Black and brown skin color. Wake up and stop being a fool. Let's take back our destinies. Peace, love, and light.